again, lady.
We're live. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Camp/Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past, live on Twitch every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. I am your head camp counselor, Duck. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have Austin. I do not care for hunky boys. McDonald. Austin, how are you doing today, sir?
Or do I?
My hunky boys!
He fucking cracked me up. We've got Jay, the horse you have just witnessed cannot be unseen, McClintock. Jay, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, doing good.
We have Javi. Your young minds will carry this until it consumes you in a miserable death. Byrez, Javi, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I say that to myself every morning in the mirror.
And then finally, we've got Jake. I will not kill you, little creature, your family of idiots. Pinkston. Jake, how are you, sir?
I'm here.
I didn't have it. Oh, no!
We're all gonna shit on this movie.
It's Thanksgiving again. I can tell already.
Find me!
Quite possibly worse, actually.
All right. Release date, we're talking Psycho Goreman. Release date October 7th, 2020 at Beyond Fest. Running time 99 minutes with a box office of 95,384. So 95,384. The synopsis: intergalactic assassins converge on a small town after two siblings unwittingly resurrect an ancient alien overlord. Yes, this movie is Psycho Goreman. History-wise, I think Jay's the only one who has history with this movie. Is that correct? So
History. I saw it 5 weeks ago.
That's enough.
You've been, dude. What was your experience like?
I think you have the most history of anybody in the world.
I can tell you this much. I went to go. I'll talk to you guys about a pleasant experience, and then we can talk about this.
No.
I went to see Nightmare on Elm Street 4 with a special viewing with Lisa Wilcox, the star of that movie, and this was one of the trailers at the Texas Theater. And the trailer makes this movie look awesome. So I think we could have all just gotten away with watching the trailer and letting our minds decide how we felt about it, because, ooh, baby.
That's actually, I just watched the trailers and then I act like I saw the movie. I do that every week.
When they did that one famous scene? Oh, great.
Oh, dude, remember the scene? The big one?
Yeah,
Honestly,
the
we
one.
watched the trailer for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I just watched it on repeat.
I'll know everything about this movie in 90 minutes.
Oh, God, I had a feeling this was going to happen, and I really did. I did not know what we were getting into. We will discuss it. I feel, like I said, I have a feeling this is Thanksgiving.
To be fair, what happened? We got catfished by this fucking movie.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Absolutely.
It's not your
It had
fault.
a dope fucking trailer.
It's not your fault, Doug.
This movie is better than Thanksgiving.
I was like, why don't I like this movie?
Way better.
I
This
should've
movie
loved
is
this
way
movie.
better than Thanksgiving.
Well, Jake said it right there. What I should love this movie, right? You should be 100% behind this. And I think across the board already we're saying we're not.
It's so disjointed, and the acting, like, I don't know. That little girl pissed me off. Like,
yeah, we will let us gush.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Gush.
Go ahead. I think that's the most divisive part of the movie, and everyone agrees. It's the little girl's acting.
I hated her so much in so many parts.
This is exact. Sorry, Jake.
No, you're good. Come on, man.
So like basically, I was pretty much a theater kid. I guess Austin, you were a theater kid too, right?
Oh yeah.
And you remember like the plays where like you had someone who just really killed it, and like you're like, man, there's no way they're not going to cast that person as the lead. And then the fucking director's kid, shows up, fucking eats shit, and for whatever reason, you look at the call sheet and they're the fucking star. It really feels like that's exactly what we got in this movie. But at the same time, I was telling Doug, I'm wondering if her horrible acting is like intended. But the problem is that trying to find out from a viewer standpoint doesn't make the movie any better. Can y'all agree with that to some extent?
For sure. Yeah. Well, apparently she won some Canadian acting contest, and that's how she got the fucking part for the movie. But either way, it's so
And to answer
That
your-
is disruptive.
and to answer your question,
Disrespectful.
is she acting or is that who she is? That is who she is.
I think she's acting. I think she's a little ham. She's trying to chew the scenery, and it just does not.
This whole
bode
thing
well for
was
her.
a big old honey baked ham. That's all I could think the entire time.
Yeah.
The dialogue in this movie. I'm gonna say I actually had a good time watching this movie. I don't know if I like it, but this guy was like, I'm putting in every joke I got. He was really working hard on making this script funny, and it just
Half of them might have hit, maybe.
I would say
Fact.
50% hit.
Yeah.
I would say 50% hit, but just
Yeah.
sometimes it was like, good God, stop with the shtick.
The dad was the best part.
Dad was
The dad,
funny.
well, I don't know, man. I think
Fucking
all the
Diet
characters.
Bob Odenkirk.
This is the problem. This movie's so divisive, and I think he knew that when he was making it. I want to go back to the girl real quick. No, that is who she is because I watched a interview with the guy who played Psycho Goreman, and he said no. That he goes, that girl acts like that all the time. So, yeah.
I feel like it actually fit for her character. I feel like that character needed to be that because her character is a fucking psychopath.
Yes. Even
Who's just like, I'm gonna bury my brother. That's how we're opening this movie.
Little
Right.
Like-
Sociopath.
She is insane, and I feel like you needed her that actor to do that role. I feel like it fits. I feel like that was a good cast. I feel like that fits.
for me, the character is scarier than the scariest creature in the universe, and that's the whole joke: is that she could be more of a tyrant than the tyrant who has destroyed 1,000 civilizations. And to do that, she has to be a little sociopath, and she has to be over the top. Now, whether or not, I think within the context of the movie and all the craziness, her acting fits. But I was watching Red Letter Media earlier, and they were talking about this on Half in the Bag, and even they said when they initially saw a preview of the movie, because Rich Evans has a small speaking part in the movie, the Jay Bauman was like, this girl sucks. Like, she's not good. And then he's like, within the context of the movie, and I agree with him, it works. I think
Yeah.
she works. And I might be the only one who actually enjoyed her performance. Other than Austin said he did a little bit too. But, like, I liked it. I thought within the context of the movie, she made sense.
I
and
like
it
the
was fun.
part where she fucking talked shit to Jesus and broke the fucking
What was
crucifix.
that?
great.
Like,
was
that
great.
was fucking awesome.
I feel like that was literally and figuratively a Hail Mary to kind of make you feel like, oh, okay, yeah, she's edgy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just with her. I mean, I've seen annoying kid roles where like you really do like to see them get it. Like you like.
Oh yeah, just
But,
somebody
like-
punched that fucking kid already.
But with her, I'm like immediately I'm like, I want, like, as soon as she gets that amulet, I'm like, I am immediately a Psycho Goreman mark. I am Team Goreman. I cannot wait. If at some point he'd have just, because it really would have fit. If at some point he would have like just like destroyed her or something like that, like I think if that one scene would have happened in the movie, I would be right here telling you that this is a visionary director. This movie will stand the test of time. But
A master class in filmmaking.
masterclass, but they wasted that one shot because because it felt like that's what it was building to. That was I was like, that's gonna be the payoff, and that's what kept me interested. And I was like, okay, there's no way she could be this absolutely annoying and horrible, and they're gonna let her live. I was like, that's got to be the payoff.
You
It
brought
has
up-
to be.
You brought up a good point too. Is like Team Gorman, like he's so fucking ridiculously funny and over the top and evil. Like everything he says is like, I will bathe in your blood. I will destroy you 1,000 times over. It's hysterical because he's just pure evil. There's no good in him whatsoever. And in a lot of ways, this is
Yet.
Yeah, you're right. And in a lot of ways, this is a version of E.T. or even like Suburban Commando. He was trying to make a movie from the 90s
Back
where
at me.
A little bit of Mac and Me. A little bit of Masters of the Universe thrown in there too, with all the weird outfits and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
It's like a retarded fever dream where Power Rangers met Ray Trauma.
Yeah, dude, I got a lot of Power Ranger vibes from this, from the music and then the fucking scenes with the
costumes.
The
Yeah,
costumes look
the-
kind of like.
the hour mark in whenever they all come to get him, his minions or whatever.
It's like, I'm not gonna lie. I was half expecting Ultraman to show up just out of the blue and kick somebody in the face.
What did y'all?
Sorry, go ahead, Austin.
I was just gonna say, what did y'all think about like the council of the aliens?
I loved it.
Oh, that was great. I love the little
costuming.
skeleton puppet, the hand puppet dude that doesn't talk and it just moves around with the robot body.
Right.
One of my favorite people in here, the cop that got turned into the fucking zombie thing, was also
And just
my
trying to
fucking-
kill himself. And
Yeah, he gives the note that please kill me with the fucking
Yeah.
dude. And Alistair. Those are my three favorite characters in this movie.
Alistair the Brain, yeah. Anything that comes out that's a practical effect or a puppet or it's just something so over the top. And their budget for this movie was like $960,000, okay? Or 690,000.
Just shy of a
but-
mil.
But here's the thing: they only allocated 50,000 of that to practical effects. So everything you see on screen was less than 50,000 for that when it comes. And this movie is full of practical effects.
Where
And
did the
Psycho
rest of it
Goreman
go?
looks
That's
fucking
very
That's what
awesome.
I'm wondering.
What's that? Oh, I missed it. I was
Say
talking
$960,000 budget and only 50,000 went
It wa-
towards.
690,000 budget, and only
You're
50,000
including costumes and stuff.
I mean, yeah, only 50,000 went towards the practical
That's
effects when it came to
stupid.
that.
Okay, now I'm starting to become a fan of this movie. It
Yeah.
is-
He's got
it is-
fucking all
it's
in his pocket.
it's succeeding in spite of itself.
Okay, here's what
Yeah.
happened. They did $50K for the fucking costume, and what, maybe like $20 for a subscription to Adobe Auto Creative Suite or whatever.
I'm telling you, dude.
They didn't use very much CGI in this
no,
movie.
they used practical
Yeah.
effects,
The
miniatures.
explosion in the beginning, that was pure Adobe. That was like stock footage that came with fucking Premiere Pro.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is this movie's so low budget for what it does. It actually succeeds tremendously, and that was his whole thing was to make a movie that was low budget and in the vein of, like I said, those 90 Families comedies, and that's what it wanted to be. Only it wanted to be a more extreme version of that, and it uses practical effects, miniatures, green screen, all that stuff. But Psycho Goreman's costume is the be all end all of this movie. It looks fucking awesome. I think he looks great. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not on that, but
Yeah, it's like Suburban Creeper.
he's a total suburban creeper, dude. I'm telling you, in the interview I watched, he said Suburban Commando was a huge influence, and I love Suburban Commando. It's a great fucking movie.
It's
I
like
love-
Suburban Commando and Jeepers Creepers. That's what he reminded me of.
His whole group of assassins, I loved every fucking one of their costumes.
Yeah.
It was it was like pure Halloween goodness. I thought, and the fact that they're there and you're like, oh my god, and then they're there for 5 minutes. I think
Right.
that's one of the best parts of the whole movie.
But each
When
of them
they-
I like
has
how they just showed up and they were like, "You fucking suck, dude." Why did they come? Why did they come? Oh, we just
kill
got
him.
to rub it in your face a little bit. Yeah.
I like how they dressed Psycho Goreman like Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park.
Yes, that's exactly who he is, dude. It's freaking hysterical. And then why did like they had that montage there and like the middle of the movie, and then she's singing the song that comes back at the end that you barely remember, but it's just freaking hysterical. The montage.
Brendan and I started watching this last night. We only got to the hour mark and we're like, I gotta turn this off. I can't
Really?
watch the rest of it. Yeah, it was really bad. And she kept looking over at me and I was like, I don't fucking know. And
Were you just like, it's for the cast?
yeah.
Sorry.
She knows, but yeah, I was just like, this is not good right now, is it? And so I came back on, watched the last 34 minutes of it today, and I was pleasantly pleased with the latter half, the third act of the film. Like whenever the council or whatever shows up, or his ex guards or whatever, from that point on, the rest of the movie was much more palatable, I think.
See, I was there for the whole ride. I don't know why. I really enjoyed it. And then redoing the clips after that, I was like, holy shit, I really, really like this movie. And I think it is the Power Rangers kind of aspect of it. I think it's both Javi, I see you down there.
Oh, frig off.
Frig off.
Frig you, dude. Go frig yourself.
I think that it was the Power Rangers, the costumes, and just the Psycho Goreman just cracked me up. I don't know what it was about him. Everything about him was great. The dialogue.
Whenever he
like
gives him a
Austin said.
warrior's death.
Oh
That was
yeah.
actually really well done.
Yeah.
That was a really cool choice.
Yeah.
I like
I
that
like
choice
that.
a lot.
And they're like, no, I don't want a warrior's death. Like, what?
I want honor. No, no.
Yeah.
The idea also is that they can make toys from this because they don't make toys really of any stuff like this anymore. The big action movies, so you can actually get a Psycho Goreman toy and a whatever the white Voltron looking
The Templar.
The Templar, the
Yeah.
arbitrator.
Yeah, you can get one of those too, and hopefully they'll release more. I want the fucking skull in the bucket. I think that would be great that shoots the blood. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the one Rich
Yeah.
Evans voices too. So
That
I'm
one's
sure
fucking
Todd
awesome.
McFarlane's gonna get a hold of this for a toy line. It almost felt like a pitch meeting for that. Like, hey, fuck the movie. We're gonna get Todd McFarlane to make us some toys, and that's where the money's gonna be.
If the Toxic Avenger could get a toy line, why can't Psycho
it's
Goreman?
cartoon.
Ah, Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, you know,
I
but
had
still,
all
this
those
is the
toys. I
cartoon.
love the cartoon.
Yeah,
We're the Toxic Crusaders. Yeah, enough about that.
yeah, I had a few of them.
Love
So,
that show.
seeing as this
Great
movie's
show.
so divisive, I'm going to ask each of you if there was anything that worked in this movie specifically for you, other than what we've already talked about. Austin, was there anything that worked for you? You said that the scene where all the Power Rangers creatures show up worked, but other than that,
I mean, I think the costumes were great. I think the dialogue about half the time works good. The other half of the time, it's like I fucking get it. Can we let's just calm it down a little bit. But what I think what this movie does really good is I like how it doesn't try to explain or write off how they just accept him so quickly and how he's just hanging out and we're running down the street with them and they're doing all these things. It's just like it doesn't matter. Like, here's the story I want to tell. Let's get this guy out here. Let's do a montage. Let's have them doing games together. It doesn't matter that it doesn't make sense. The kid turns into a giant brain. We don't need to explain how his parents came to accept it. It's just like he's there. That's it.
Yeah.
And I love that the end of the movie is them sitting there and it's like, dude, they don't pay attention to this kid. They probably don't even know he's just a walking giant brain.
I didn't even notice
Yeah.
that.
That was exactly the vibe I got, where they
Yeah.
were just like, they never pay attention to Alistair,
Whatever.
and he's like, this fucking
Who
sucks."
cares? Fucking life sucks.
That's funny. I didn't even realize that.
Hate my
Yeah, they were just
family.
eating the salad, just
Mhm.
like business as usual.
How about you, Jay? What works for you in this movie?
Psycho Goreman really works for me. I feel like, in spite of his of having to play off of, her, I think he elevates the movie. I think he saves it as much as he can, and I think that I love the rogues gallery of assassins. I thought the Templars outfit was outrageously cool. I love that. I love their whole dichotomy. I love the history. I love the history lessons of his. The backstory. I'm a backstory junkie, and I love this movie gave.
I need the lore.
Great
Oh,
lore.
great lore, and and you said, Austin, they don't really explain it. Well, they have the MacGuffin. The MacGuffin is the explanation, the amulet.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a real easy way to go. Well, of course he'd destroy these kids, but he can't, and so they let that go as long as possible, and then they make the MacGuffin an even bigger part of the story. So I mean, I think it does have. I think it actually does have a pretty continuous story. I think it actually has a pretty coherent story, marred by outrageously bad acting.
I like that when he tells the backstories too. The kids really don't care. Like, they're kind of listening, but they're.
You
kinda
know what I
like,
got the
"Eh."
vibe of? Have you ever seen the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was like the ghost of Christmas
Yes,
past
the
or
voice,
whatever.
exactly.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
he'd go on about these great tales. Like, yeah, whatever, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Like-
literally just wrote that down to say millions of years ago when the time warp was.
Millions and millions
Fucking
of
love that
years
show.
ago.
I love it. Jake, how about you? What works for you in this movie?
I'm kind of with Jay on the same boat. Like I like I really like the interactions with the dad and Susan. Oh, my too lazy Susan, that shit. But especially whenever he's taking the shit in the bathroom and he's thinking about what he was gonna say, and then Psycho shows up and he's like, "Find me!" And they drag it out even longer than it has to be. It's like, I'm at the ravine over here by Highway 220. It's like, I don't know where that is. And it's like, go down to the light in Scottsville and turn 2 rights. And then it's like, okay, I'll just get in my truck and go there. Like that shit, that worked for me.
Did the tag
They
work whenever he
stole
goes?
Crazy Ball from Calvin and Hobbes. That's a little bit of Calvin Ball action going on there, pretty much.
Really?
That's what I gathered from it. It's like Charlie McDennis and fucking Calvin Ball mixed together.
I was
but,
gonna say, did the joke get you whenever he asked? He goes, "PG, do you think I'm lazy?" I was like,
Yeah, that was
I was
good.
like, that's pretty good. What
Yeah.
else? I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, I didn't like the little girl actor in a lot of scenes. Some parts I was like, okay, I get it. I feel like she's probably like a pain in the ass to work with all set, like the little girl in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Trudy, what's her face? But I don't know. I just
Just ruined the movie for you.
maybe a
completely.
better sequel.
Yeah. I don't know if it gets a sequel, but we'll talk about that. Hobbs, how about you? What works for you in this movie?
Okay, well, first of all, what doesn't work is clearly that child. I could do without her forever. First and
Jeez.
foremost. I'm not saying she has to die, but I'm
Is
just
it
saying,
too late for an abortion?
granted, that did go through my mind. Like, would that be the worst thing? All right. What were
Bet my neighbors love me. They're like, what the fuck is he yelling? Late for an
all right,
abortion?
what does work for me?
To this woman?
I fucking love the costumes for this movie. I love the fact that it was super fucking campy. It really did remind me of like Ultraman and Power Rangers. And when the council and the Templars were all meeting, that reminded me legit of how each and every Power Rangers episode would start with Rita out in space and you had a whole gang of lags. Like, well, how are we going to take them out this time today, boss? And it would be like that. I really did like Psycho Goreman. I really loved the Warriors' death and how they were just like really vehemently against it.
They look like the Yip Yips from
Yeah.
fucking Muppets.
I like how he
Mhm.
shovels them in. Yep, 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 yep.
But yeah, like that in that aspect, yeah, it was a fun movie, but like it was a hard watch.
Really?
And not because it was gory or anything, like it was just that bad of a movie. It was just like
Wasn't that gory though? That's the thing. I mean, it was and it wasn't. Like I expected more.
There was
Psycho
a-
Goreman, I expected more.
The mechanical dude in the fight who had the little bird on his shoulder whenever he got his face ripped
Cassius.
off. That shit was fucking awesome. I
That
don't know
was
if y'all
badass.
remember that scene or not, but that was fucking
Look into the
badass.
puddle.
Yeah,
I
yeah, the fucking
understand.
puddle, dude. It was like, and sometimes we're our own enemies or whatever.
I like the when they're in like the chamber or whatever, they call the girl in and she walks in and she's like, "Come here, human," and then she puts her in the blood cube. And then I thought that was really cool, and how all the puppets and costumes are like, and they gape, open their mouths at that. I thought that was hysterical. And then just like anytime the costumes were on screen, I was happy. But like for most of this movie, I really enjoyed it. It's one of those movies I knew was going to be divisive, though. I like the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, this is Thanksgiving all over again. That's why I said it in the
No,
group
man,
chat.
not
because
even close.
I was like,
Yeah.
Not even close.
way
It's
more
way better.
enjoyable.
Way better.
Yeah, well, we
Way
walked
better.
into. I think we walked into Thanksgiving blind, and we didn't know that it was supposed to be a camp piece of shit movie, and we just ended up hating it because it was just so fucking bad, as opposed to
Or
seeing
maybe
the
Duck has
hilarity.
just
in it.
broken us all.
Yeah.
You've broken us.
Well, I
Broke
mean,
down.
I'm used to watching shitty movies now because Will and Hobby and I watch them at least once a week and do our own commentary track over them. But they get better as they get the worse they get. You know, it's hard to explain, but
It's like some of them know how to make a good bad movie.
Right.
yeah, the ones that work best is if they're trying to actually make a good movie, and it
Yeah.
turns out bad, as opposed to these people that try to intentionally make a bad movie and
Yeah.
it just turns out stale.
I think for this too, they were working with the budget. He knew that it was going to be a low budget movie, and when you think about how low the budget was for the practical effects, like it becomes a little bit better. Like Jay earlier was like, I like this a little bit more because they put a lot behind it, and it's just one of those things that like. I don't think they were trying to make a bad movie with this, though. I think they were trying to make a
No.
movie with awkward.
And I don't think they
comedy.
made a bad movie. I wouldn't describe this as a good bad movie. I would say this is a decent movie. I would
Yeah.
say this is a decent a
Decent
run at what he was trying to make. I think it's a like just like with the Jay was talking about with the lore and everything. I think there's really good elements here. I don't think it's like perfectly executed, but it's like this is a decent movie.
I definitely.
I don't know.
think
I
they
still don't know if I
more
like
money-
it, but it's decent.
They probably could have put more money behind the practical effects, though.
I'll give you a good example of bad kid acting that is considered timeless, and this may not be a popular opinion, but even as a child, I thought that Noah Hathaway's performance as Atreyu in Neverending Story was absolutely atrocious.
Oh, it's hot dog shit.
But
Were
that
you
being
not there
said,
for the horse scene?
oh,
That
I
was
was
the
there.
best part of it, but
Yeah,
other than that, he could not act.
right. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. And as a kid, for the first 5 years I saw the movie, I thought Atreyu was a girl. And that's don't judge me. That's
I'm right there with
5-year-old
you.
guy.
I'm dead serious. And I always thought it at first, whenever I was watching it, I was like, "What is this girl doing?" Like, dragging through?
Right. So, but like that was bad acting, but at the same time, I was still pulling for him. Like I felt like he was trying. You know what I mean? Like I felt like Atreyu was really giving it the old college try. but I believe he's also Canadian. That's a Canadian movie. Now I have a lot of respect for the Canucks, and I know that my name even definitely not Turbo Kid. Turbo Kid came out 6 years ago, and it looks like it's trying to do a lot. It did a lot of the same things that Psycho Goreman did. The only difference was I felt like it hit on every single premise it tried, and unfortunately, it's like this movie, like it could have gotten there, and I think that's why I'm more upset, is because I'm like it really could have got there.
Right.
It could have.
You sound like a disappointed dad. It's like, I'm not mad.
Doug, how long was Turbo Kid on our radar before it even came out?
Oh, geez.
Were we not like looking forward to that movie so much?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
And
got it.
we watched it finally. We were like, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. And then the main girl in it looked like Shannon Trim the whole time we were laughing. I was like,
Yeah.
Shannon! But no, that movie, it's one of those rare ones where you just happen to see something online or something like that, and then you get to watch it, and it's everything you wanted it to be and more. The other one I would compare to Kung Fury, which we watched on a whim, is kind of like this in the sense that it's a overblown fantasy world based in reality, and it's just fun. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, is like the movies need to be fun. And I think for me, this one came around when I did the clips. I think this is watch it a second time. If you've enjoyed it slightly the first time, you watch it the second time, you come around on it. But I think the lower, like the end, I saw the beginning when they did Crazy Ball. I'm like, oh, Crazy Ball fits in somewhere in this movie. And the ending fight scene being Crazy Ball, that to me was a little bit disappointing. But and even like I should have liked the body gore sword more. I was just like, it's whatever, you know.
I literally,
Right.
once I realized that Crazy Ball was going to be the conflict resolution, I said out loud, "God damn it!"
Only
Just,
one here.
God damn it!
Damn it.
I do also like the nightmare scene because I like the zombies just kind of like digging out of their graves. But I also like at the end, he's like, well, how do we get out of here? He's like, well,
Man,
you got to wake up. I was just like, that's fucking funny as shit. Like, does it get a sequel? I don't think it does. I don't think there's any way in hell. But this was a Shudder exclusive, so possibility of that happening is pretty high.
I can see this turning into a series. I don't like.
Where would they go with it, even though?
Like a TV
Well,
show?
I think it would be cool
Like
just to
Power Rangers.
explore this universe and just get other stories from this universe. Maybe it doesn't always have to be Psycho Goreman. Maybe there's some other characters in there we can delve into.
It's like an American Doctor Who.
Well, my question is, if the movie ends on him
Canadian.
destroying.
Oh yeah.
Well, the movie ends
North
on
American, North American Doctor Who. My bad.
the movie ends on him destroying everything, though. So what happens from that?
That's
'Cause-
pretty definitive. That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's what I'm
definitive
saying,
ending.
like, that I feel like it's over. But would you guys watch a sequel to this? Probably not. Yeah, Austin, you would.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her face back? Is Mimi back?
Yeah, Mimi's back.
Oof.
They love Mimi.
But
They-
the opening scene is he destroys her. Jay
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
his wish.
If she gets like Channing Tatum treatment in the second G.I. Joe movie, then
Yeah.
I'll be all for it.
He knocks her off first scene, and then he leaves
Yeah.
Earth, and then we go see more of the universe. I want to see more of these aliens. I'm liking these guys.
I like.
Yeah, I love
the
Psycho
brain
Goreman.
skeleton guy.
Yeah, and Alistair could be Psycho Goreman's like road dog.
Yeah.
Oh, team up! Yes. Yes.
Oh, real quick, Red Nebula Pictures and Stan Danzy. He gave us 5 months. Big shout out to him. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for that.
Dan.
My
You're a good man.
My brother Eric is in here. Also, he says I'm here now, and David just says kind of glad I missed watching this. Yeah, I think David would have liked this one. I don't know.
David would have hated it.
Oh,
There's a
come
lot of
on.
stop motion in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of like everything in it.
I would have
when it
liked
comes
to have
practical
gotten
things.
his opinion on the stop motion
Yeah.
in this movie.
Oh yeah, we definitely missing David Jessup's input on this too because he looks at everything from that little twisted dolls behind him kind of way, and I love hearing what he has to say about movies.
I think he would have absolutely I think this movie for David, I'm just speculating. I think this would have been a right down the middle movie for him. I think he would have absolutely loved the gore and the special effects. While the same, I think he would agree with a lot of what we're saying.
I think so too, and I think we are all across the board loving the cheap special effects. But like I said, that girl, her performance is so divisive. You're either in or you're out, and I was in. I thought it was fun. She cracked me up, but I could also see hating her completely because there was a moment where I was like, "Do I like her acting or do I hate it?" And then finally, I was just like, "I'm in. All right, we'll go with it."
It just never, I guess, because as soon as I saw her character and I saw what was going on in the movie, the first thing that went off in my mind was like, oh, they're making her the monster. Like, she's the monster. And I thought it was going to go more in that direction, and it didn't really. But I mean, at the end of the day, she really was. She was the monster in this,
Right.
you know? And I think because she was so, I think he's so much, right? His character, Psycho Goreman, is so big and huge and epic that you need somebody to kind of match that if they're controlling him. She can't be like timid. So she had to be this like over the top thing of its own. And then it also gave a good dynamic with the brother where he's just like, ah, Jesus, this fucking chick, man.
Yeah.
Just fucking ruining all my shit.
But like, I've seen evil kids in movies before. Like, okay, Isaac, Children of the Corn, Malachi,
Macaulay Culkin, and Good Son.
Good Son, like all those I've seen. Really scary fucking Orphan. Like I've seen fucking scary kids. With her, it's like she goes 0 to 60, no character development.
I watched this movie and I'm like, why the fuck is the older brother taking this shit off this little fucking bitch? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
You fucking giant puss crack. Why do you got fucking? Never mind.
No, he totally gets fucking pushed around by her, and it's part of the comedy, I think, in some ways, and it's whether it hits or it misses for you. You know what I mean? And having that whole.
Well, I guess
thing,
it makes sense because their dad's so fucking timid and the mom runs the fucking shit there also. So, you know, the kid's going to fall in line like the fucking dad. So.
to the point where she gets the powers of the Templar and she can barely walk. And I'm like, what is going on? But once again, that's one of those hit or miss comedy moments. Like, there's so much in here that it's supposed to be a straight up horror comedy. And somebody said it earlier, 50% of it hits. What hits, though, cracked me up, and what didn't hit, I was just like, not for me. But I think we're going to find that each of us saw something different that was funny, because there's some people who can't stand the dad, and I thought the dad was hilarious. So,
like I said, Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
I liked some of his stuff, but it got a little old for me after a while. Where I was just like, we get it. Like, all the lines were kind of delivered the same way.
Oh, am I lazy?
But he won me back in the bathroom scene where like his freak out was pretty good. And I just loved how the head, every time it like came back, it had to scream before it talked. Like that was really good.
So is there anything else you guys want to say about the movie before we get the clips? I feel like we're pretty kind of on this as a group. So.
The cop who wanted to die was the best part.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That reminded me of RoboCop when
the toxic waste.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that was intentional.
That gave me fucking nightmares as a kid. Jesus.
Oh fuck yeah, it did. Fuck yeah, it did.
How about you, Hop?
And he just turns into goo whenever the car hits him. Also, he just explodes into fucking liquid.
Probably as a kid, that was probably the scariest death I'd ever seen in my life. Dude, I didn't know the human body could do that.
What's his face? Whenever he fucking grabs onto him, he's like, "Ah, get the fuck off me!" Like that's exactly how I felt watching the movie. I was like, "Fucking gross, no."
No, you're fine, Javi.
We should watch RoboCop next time.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Javi, you got anything about the movie? No. Austin.
Just what I said earlier. It's like, let's get. I'm good for clips.
All right.
Yeah.
No, he's right. All right. Let's do recommend. Austin, do you recommend it or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna recommend it. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Nothing to add. I'll recommend it to
right.
somebody. Not everybody. I'll recommend it to somebody once. It gets one.
Everyone gets one. Jake, how about you? Recommend or no?
I mean, yeah, if you like shitty movies, you should watch it. If you like bad acting from little kids, I would definitely say watch this one. Yeah, watch it. I don't fucking know. I had to watch it. You should watch it.
Hobby, recommend it or no?
Just depends on what mood I'm in.
That's a fair assessment. No, you're right.
Like, if I'm feeling happy, I won't recommend it. But if I'm feeling miserable and want to pass it on, I'm like, watch this movie. You're gonna have fun.
Yeah, you'll
No
love
one's
this
like,
movie.
you're
It's
gonna
so
fucking hate it.
good. It's so good.
I'll burn a bridge of friendship recommending this movie. if I have to.
Jay, how about you? Do you recommend it?
Only if you watch it with Turbo Kid, and I want you to watch Turbo Kid first, and then watch this movie and tell me if you legit liked it.
Right.
I would say double feature only, like just straight up.
I think I like that. Turbo Kid definitely is the better movie.
You got to see Turbo Kid first, though.
Yeah.
You can't see it second. You got to see Turbo Kid first.
So you're gonna
Why?
start with the superior product, and then
That way, when you see the second product and you try to defend it, you go, nah, yeah, they fucked up.
Yeah, that
Because
makes
like,
sense.
here's the thing: like, if you see the shittier movie first, you get rewarded. Nah. I want you to be punished.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's a good life lesson, actually.
All right, let's get the clips. We got some crazy ball. Let me know if you can-
Calvin Ball.
You're toast, Mimi. Not even close, you doink.
There's the Power Rangers right there.
Yeah.
And it's like a Capri Sun commercial.
It really
It's crazy that they use the same sets from all the Power Rangers too.
Probably.
All right, let's play some Simon. I think that's how it's spelled. Simon? Remember that game back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Jump, jump, here we go.
Wow. First try.
Come to mama.
Who fucking says that? Okay.
A lot of her dialogue, it was not that a child would not say like most of the stuff she says. It makes no sense. At one point, she said something was hip, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, it's hip. It's now. It's wow.
Yeah, I was like,
I was
"The
like, who are you trying to
fuck
be?
is-"
Ruby Rod from The Fifth Element?
She's watching fucking like Dick Cavett videos and on YouTube in her
More
fucking
like-
bedroom before she goes to sleep.
More like Dick Cavett Hormel commercials.
Beheading. We didn't talk about
Oh,
this. This is,
well,
pretty,
beheading.
this is pretty sweet.
Oh yeah. That was a cool
MVP.
scene.
What I
MVP
liked
right
about
there.
the ripping off the heads there was their bodies, even though he was lifting them up, stayed in place.
Yeah,
I liked that.
precision.
Legitimately, I liked that.
Psycho Goreman intro. So this is his.
You know, Psycho Goreman.
No, I am not a man. I am a woman. And you're gonna let go of my stupid wiener, bro, right now.
Just shows that she's pure evil.
Yeah.
Pure evil.
Well,
I like
she's
the
on a
voice though. It does remind me
feminist.
of the Ghost of Christmas Past from the future.
Yeah.
Turkey Tron or whatever it was from the other one. Get out of the time warp. PG's masterpiece. This is kind of cool too.
This is but a small example of what I am capable of. His eternal pain will take his mind beyond the furthest
The
reaches of
rolling
madness.
eyes, man. What a cool fucking
Yearned in
effect.
endless state
I like this. Bam!
was my masterpiece.
Oh. Sorry, man.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dude, that's good
That's
right
my
there.
favorite. Yeah, I forgot about that part.
That's really
That was,
good.
yeah.
This one. His name.
How about Psycho Man?
Goreman?
That's it. Psycho Goreman!
Roll credits.
Boom boom.
She should have got left in a Walmart parking lot when she was free.
Dude, I get like heavy vibes from that. What's that fucking Transformers cover band? that fucking performs like. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
No, I
The
never heard of
Ultra-
that before.
The Star Screams.
It's not that, but I'll find the video and I'll send it to the group. But she looks like that in a mixture of like a Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, they dress up as like the Transformers and play music.
Yes, and it's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
Wait,
fucking
hold on.
bad.
Are you talking about Tupperware Remix Party? You're not talking about
No.
them, are they? Because
No.
they don't dress up like Transformers. Never mind. They
No.
dress up in weird costumes. But this is very much, if you've ever seen Tupperware Remix Party, this kind of looks like something they would dress up in.
Even so
Okay.
much as Guar, you know what I mean? Like where they have like the awesome costumes and they're on stage. Like I just love crappy looking, cheap made costumes, even though they look awesome in this movie. I don't know. That's why.
Yeah, how like
Cybertronic Spree.
Cybertronic Spree.
Look them up and look up fucking Immigrant Song, dude. It's so good.
Fucking down. All right, Crushed.
Where am I? Come here, my dear. Don't be afraid.
Look at that goosebump effect. Love it.
That's
Ah,
good.
the gate.
Yeah.
The game got me, dude. Ah!
That guy right there.
that guy
Yeah.
rocks.
The
Dude,
brain
fuck
guy
you.
is the best.
It's like
Yes.
a live action Martian from Attack of Mars. When Mars attacks.
I like it. I like it.
I want a movie dedicated to Brain Guy. Brain
Yeah,
and Jar.
seriously, dude.
Brain and Alistair just running around doing stuff.
Oh, dude. Oh, the two
I-
brains.
Yes.
I cannot believe that there's only $50,000 worth of special effects in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm still floored by that.
What did they spend the rest on? Craft services?
I don't
Nah.
think
Get diapers?
Definitely not acting classes.
I don't
Yeah.
think costumes are in that, Doug. There's no way.
There's no way,
costumes-
dude. Psycho Goreman's costume alone looks
Yeah.
like it had to cost 10 grand to 20 grand.
I
I'm
agree.
telling you, man, that stuff just isn't cheap, man.
I guess
I've
that-
seen like 12 seasons of Face Off, and let me tell you,
Maybe they're not including the costumes though. That could have been wardrobe.
could be.
All I
fucking
know is
could
they
be.
said 50,000 for practical effects, and the guy who played Psycho Goreman said that costume was 75 pounds. He could not pee or poop in it. He was stuck in that fucker all day. He couldn't eat. He couldn't drink.
Well, I mean,
I'm
he
like, how did
could.
you not drink?
We could pee and
Where's
poop
he-
in it,
Yeah,
but
he,
Well,
No,
could.
no.
He almost pooped in it.
Practical effects is like when blood shoots out and shit.
The suits
So
and
the
stuff,
costumes probably had a different.
That's what I'm saying. That's wardrobe.
just going off what I heard in an interview, dude.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
God damn it, Duck! Why are you giving us this false information? You piece of shit! You know that was more than 50,000.
PG smash.
playing. I love you.
Baboosh!
Ivanus.
That was pretty fucking awesome.
We need a
That was great.
montage. We need a
Motherfucking
montage.
montage.
All right, this is just I want more.
Yeah. In the midnight hour.
It is.
Yeah, it is 100%. And the rebel yell.
yeah.
That's all it is. Alistair.
Was he like doing the Catholic cross motion? Please turn me back into my fucking self.
The nightmare scene.
Hello. Boy.
Hi. What is happening right now?
You have crossed the dream barrier and are traversing the nightmare realm.
All right, cop. This is the fun
Yes.
stuff.
Who
Melting.
are you? Who am I? Let me show you.
I'm Dr.
Lord,
Grant.
Do you have a track?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I am your
That's like
master
straight out of
now.
trauma.
Oh, it's total trauma. Total trauma. The card too.
Kept wondering why they left him with the gun, and now I realize the gun was fused to his hand.
Yeah, and he
I
kept
didn't realize
firing
that.
it.
I was like, why did you take the gun away, dude? Now it makes sense.
What is this? Some kind of special card?
See, that was good
What
on
is this
her right
junk?
there.
I told you guys to write me love letters telling me how amazing I was.
so
So she has little moments like that where it's okay, but the rest of it is just fucking schlock.
she's just over the top. The battle.
But
The
I feel
battle!
like I feel like I've met little kids like that.
What's that?
I feel like there's little kids out there that are like that though.
Yeah, that's
that
her.
are just like
That's her.
annoying. But I feel like that's what it's supposed to be. Like
Yeah.
that's what I feel like that character's supposed to be.
Evidently, she was so bossy on the set, like the kid who played Lucas would hide from her. Like, he
Oh.
was just-
And
he was
well,
just sick of it.
and his, I mean, Lucas, I mean, that kid deserves a Juno Award. That's a Canadian Oscar for the amount of great work that he's doing in there. I thought his acting was pretty stellar. I thought
Yeah.
I thought he killed it. I thought
Yeah.
he was awesome.
The
Agreed.
battle. Pure Power Rangers right there.
Dude, he should have kept that neckerchief on the fucking. So, like, the cop is on his side. Why does he kill him?
Because he doesn't want to be on his side.
The
doesn't
cop
wanna-
was actually trying to shoot him.
Oh.
All right, this is Rich Evans. If you're a fan of Red Letter Media, like a couple of us here,
Yes.
you'd love it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one too.
I want to know that particular assassin's backstory. That is just
Jar or a body, a barrel of bodies, like whatever his name is. That would be fucking badass.
it's just interesting. Like, how did you come to be like this movie? It makes me ask a lot of good questions. Like, where I'm like, I want to know, like I do want to know more. Like, I actually think I would recommend the sequel to unravel this shit.
And like all the bad guys look ridiculously like Power Rangers creatures that make no sense whatsoever. And that's what's so much fun. The one thing I was missing was the big battle at the end where they blow up to giant, size and then they fight. That's what I wanted. I didn't want Crazy Ball. I wanted the big battle in the city. We didn't get it, but
Yeah, I needed a sky beam.
Kaiju fight.
yeah, we need a kaiju. Face off. Yep. That was good. I like it. And then we get the lunch.
No, please.
So good. It's so good.
Psycho Goreman is now the mascot for the Toronto Raptors.
Badass.
Find me. This is gonna be loud.
Yes.
Find me! Find me or you all die!
You call him discount Bob Odenkirk, but I saw right there more discount Will Forte.
A little bit. See that.
The mom.
Step aside!
She can barely walk, cracking me up. Crazy Ball, do.
Could you explain the switcheroo part again?
Nope. Should have paid attention.
Crazy ball!
Not a great ending. I was look at Jake's face right now. All right. The family love, which was the only arc of the movie that makes no sense why it's in there.
I thought we were a team, and you're always beating me up and calling me names.
I'm the heckin' best. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is
Read
this?
all the
Is
rest.
this love? Love?
Yeah,
Yes, silly.
yeah.
Yeah, silly.
Sing along.
I don't even know this song.
The PG sword.
Not the PG about this sword.
I want to know how many spines she had.
What's that, Hobbs?
I want to know how many spines that she had. Because he
Right.
kept going to the same spot for the same amount of bone.
He ripped a titty out. He ripped a eye out, I think.
Yeah, but whatever eyes. Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
You can see some entrails on there.
You will not stand between me and my holy destiny.
Frig off.
Does that mean he loves her? I thought Frig Off was a love song.
Well, but earlier in the movie, she taught him like you say that to people you hate or something like that. For the people you really,
so she's just
really
a lying bitch and saying to her brother that she fucking frig off, but she's still just the awful little shit.
What were you gonna say, Jay?
Oh, I noticed something right there that I hadn't caught before. Those two swords, they look like they were definitely inspired by the Soul Edge and Soul whatever
Calibur.
Soul Edge and Soul Calibur from the video game series.
Oh, frig off.
No,
Frig
totally.
off. I was gonna say too, the toys. That's what they have. They have the swords. They have that, and then they have the body part sword too. I kind of want the toys. It's like $40 to get them. I don't know. I like this movie though, but watching the clips again, I'm noticing no one else is enjoying it. So let's get through these.
What? I didn't like.
I'm having a great time.
Me too.
It's only fitting
warrior's death.
Warrior's death.
No, not that.
Let's go.
Oh no.
What is he doing?
Oh, you don't want to see this.
Oh, like anything's gonna shock you now at this point.
The end.
It's time for me to take this newfound power and use it to destroy the galaxy.
PG, wait!
I'm gonna cry. And then, of course, we get the council at the end, which just cracked me up.
Luckily, Cortex has a plan B.
A 38 snub
Always
nose.
a way out. So, who wants to kill themselves first?
The robot lieutenant's hand, man.
That cracked me up. All right, that's Psycho Goreman. I don't know. I liked it. Recommendations. Let's do them. All right.
We already did it.
We already did it.
No recommendations.
Oh, your recommendations.
Yeah, but the first one's
Suburban Commando.
No, the first one's gonna be Turbo Kid.
Oh.
Jay said it already. This is the better version of this movie, and it is fucking awesome, and it's so much fun. It's Mad Max on a bicycle. It's
Soundtrack is killer.
Everything about this movie is just fun.
Acting's great. Michael
Oh, yeah.
Ironside
We got
destroys.
Shannon Trim. She's in the movie.
Yeah,
It's just-
her name's her first name, her last name's like LaBeouf or something like that. She's in a Canadian cop show called 19-2 that I really like.
Yeah, and it's just a fun movie, and the twist to her character is great. The gore and the scene where they fight. Michael Ironside, totally forgot. He's in this. He's killing it. What has everyone seen this movie, or just us three?
I haven't seen this, but I think I saw part of this over at Jake's house one day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
this
probably.
is
It was fucking
fun.
amazing.
I think you
I
put it
love
on.
it.
Yeah.
You can just see how much fun it is. It's just a blast of a movie. So go check out Turbo
Really
Kid.
fun.
The other one, like Jake said already, Suburban Commando. If I can get to it, where's my playlist?
I love the fact that y'all are doing a Hulk Hogan movie.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And if you like that, you probably wouldn't like Mr. Nanny.
Yeah.
I like
Christopher
that.
Lloyd's in this too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Shelley Duvall back when she
What-
was sexy as hell. Get up. Oh my god. All right, Shelley Duvall was.
What are
always
you
sexy.
talking about? This is the 90s. We're gonna sue you.
Well, doesn't this also have the Undertaker and who else?
And that big, another big dude
Yeah.
from
And they got the little kitty voices, and they're it's a fun movie. I don't know, like it's one of those who's coming to town or E.T. kind of thing. I like where he's an alien and he comes into the family dynamic, and he
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah, it's a version of who's coming to dinner. I don't know. Great movie, lots of fun. I would love to be able to watch some of these for the cast, like if we ever do a sci-fi version of it. So that would be great. All right. With that said,
I have a recommendation. This
Yeah, go ahead.
Fan of Psycho Goreman, The Guyver.
The Guyver.
Yeah.
What's The Guyver about?
Oh yeah, that's an
pronounced-
awesome one.
It's pronounced the giver.
It's
What's-
the Geever.
What is
You
it
never
about?
seen The Guyver with
No.
Mark Hamill?
Mm.
It
Have you
was
seen the sequel to Guyver 2, Dark Hero?
I haven't seen the sequel.
No, what's it about, Javi?
about like shit. It's hard to explain actually.
It's ooh.
Space?
Like
Is
the
it?
guy-
It's
Well,
almost
like-
like a precursor to Spawn, in that it's like a suit that literally like takes over your body.
Yeah.
So like it's literally it controls you from the inside out. It's like you're a walking like organism. The suit is. I see a lot of parallels between that and Spawn, where like it's like a living suit, or Venom or something like that.
Mhm.
It's like a symbiotic relationship.
It's really fucking good. It has a lot of creature effects. It's a creature feature, and this guy essentially would turn into monsters to fight other monsters and shit.
It's pretty badass.
What
I
was
would
that
love
movie
to watch
with-
Skyver.
What about Arena?
Oh,
my
with
God.
discount
we were totally-
Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
We were totally gonna watch Arena.
The boxing, the fucking
Okay.
yeah.
Scott, I believe his name is Scott Armstrong
He was in
or Steve Armstrong. He was in Creepshow too.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the lake. Yep.
Steve Armstrong, I believe.
Yeah, we were totally gonna watch that. I really hard to find a copy of that.
Arena, God
It was
bless.
such
Yeah.
a. I remember
Is
when as
that
a
a
kid,
horror
I
movie?
wanted to fight aliens.
No,
in
it's
space.
UFC in space, bro,
Yeah.
and I'm here for it.
Base
Ah,
boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we could fit that in somehow, that would be amazing. I like movies like this with the creature effects and the costumes. And
Paul
just-
Satterfield played Steve
Paul
Armstrong.
Satterfield, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else got a recommendation? No, everyone good. All right. Well, I guess we'll do where we can find us. You can find us at wearepodcast.podbean.com. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, Jake, and Javi breaking down pop culture. We have We Are Bagu, a video game podcast where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Reverend Dr. Ethan Eastwood. We break down some video games. I've got a Super Mario Brothers episode that should be coming out this week. Also, you can check us out every Monday for this. I was going to say, here's yours. Camp Slash Horrorcast every Monday at 8 p.m. Next week, what are we watching next week? Shoot. All right. Well, I do that. Sorry, guys. Sorry, it's hard to run tech and do the other one. What is
No,
that?
that's fine. What is next week?
Yeah, what is that noise?
That was Javi.
Hobbs, what were you looking at? Oh, shit. No,
I got a
nothing.
splinter. I'm trying to get it out right now.
Trying to get what out?
A splinter.
Get the lead out.
Oh, next week is Austin's pick. It follows next week. So
Oh,
we're
nice.
talking about
Oh.
that. Yeah. So
Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it follows will be next week's movie. Check us. You can check me out every day at 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. I will be naked on the internet. No, I'll be Twitch streaming at 11 a.m. So come check
Are you
it
gonna
out.
be farting in a microphone?
Plan on it, dude. It gets views.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
played.
yeah.
I played,
ASMR, dude.
I played Metroid today on the NES. I played for 3 hours. Not super entertaining to watch because I was frustrated as shit playing that game. That game.
It sounds like
That sounds
it's probably
very
fun
entertaining.
then.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
don't watch that. But other streams will be entertaining, hopefully. I've been taking a look at some Steam demos. They're all over the place. Also, you can check out the Wappen reviews. I release a new one every day on YouTube or Twitch.
Are you gonna do a hot tub stream soon?
Dude, did
That's
you
what
see
I'm
that
saying,
they
yeah.
got
He's a
knocked
fart in a
off?
microphone.
Yeah.
No,
I-
Amaranth and what's her face? They got kicked off for fucking shitting on a mic or
I
something.
clicked on it and the girl was literally like bent over licking something, and I'm like,
Yeah,
is this
they're
like
licking the
Pornhub?
microphone after she fucking farted in it.
16 million or
Hot.
16,000 viewers at that time that I clicked on it because I was like, what is everyone doing over here? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, what the fuck is going on? And she farted on a microphone?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know.
I'd watch it. With that said, guys, thank you so much for being here. Keep horror in your hearts. We will watch It Follows next week. Until
He
then,
remembered.
Yeah. Thank God. I didn't drink this time.